Are you looking for answers about extraterrestrials or maybe the true meaning of life? Then you have come to the right place. Welcome to the Ivan Teller online broadcast. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel. And for more details, please visit ivanteller.com and learn more about your galactic families.
Hello everyone, thank you for joining us for tonight's channeling. Much love. Yeah, I usually start around 8:15, something around those lines. So, alright, just do what we normally do with just a slight message in the beginning and go into Q&A. So, much love, and I'm not sure who's around here. Sometimes I have an idea that's coming through, but not this time. So, alright, much love, and here we go. Greetings to you. We are the Fairy Collective Love and Light Seekers Society. To your collective, as you become more aware of your surroundings, many of the fairies, yes, are usually very small on your planet. At least for your third dimension, many of them appear to you very small. For that is so you not have fear. So we have chose our sides for a reason as we connect to your civilizations. We are, yes, might feel this is, our numbers is the same as angels. We are everywhere. And you can connect to us to bring more natural feeling connecting to your earth, such as weather. We can help you adapt to the weather. But you always have to call on us to assist. We can do what we can, of course. Can't make everything change for you, but we can help you adapt to cold climates, hot climates. I also give you a message of our presence. Usually we are around your trees for protection, for our own protection. But also we are there to protect the trees also. Not necessarily from humans, but from lower vibrations. As you download more information about your planet, most likely you'll start to see more of a fairy presence around your animals. We are there to remove some of their fleas, not all of them, but we are there to assist. And sometimes we wonder what your animals are seeing. Usually it's a fairy being, sometimes it's a spirit, but a lot of times it is a fairy. We're just there to give them company. That's all, especially when your owner is not home, or yes, owner, call it that. So our presence is strong with you, and especially when you leave your animals for the day as you go to work. You can always ask the fairies to keep your furry friends company. That is something to give a shot at. You never know. It does help. So blessings and good day. Greetings. I am Dalila from Andromeda. I am canine. Not all your canines come from Sirius. Our presence on your world is quite heavy, as you might be aware, use of canine energies. Many of Andromedan energies of, you call it, on your world you call them the Chihuahua, is very much an Andromedan being, some, well, depending on the breed. I am here to bring assistance to your energies of understanding of your realities. As is, there is always a change in your vibration of your planet. As for who you are, what your mission is, the canine energies is quite strong on your planet, as you see physically, but also through extraterrestrial energies. We are of a heavy presence as for human health. Especially many are humans are dodged so many stresses that their canines are to relieve much of it, as you see. But as alien beings, we feel a lot of the stress also from the canines and from you, of course. And we even direct them to help the human even more. To help them in their intuition, to help the human calm down whatever it might be that needs to be altered as for frustration. Our presence is, as you say, heavy in areas of North America, South America, China, other places, of course. Those are the heaviest at this time. I'm here to assist with your questions, so I'll be happy to whenever you are ready.
Hi, Dalila. Thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you.
First up this evening is Miguel.
Hello, can you hear me well?
Yes.
Thank you for answering our question.
Yes.
My first question is about an Enochian magic ritual I did last week. I wanted to know if there's any messages about that.
Well, you release a lot of negativity, or also becoming your guides say into your own when you receive more of your messages more clearly than just vague information. I believe that's not fully fit with you at this time, but I believe you are opening yourself up more. I am also seeing volcanoes around you as for past life incarnations. So you must be releasing those lifetimes from what I'm seeing. Go ahead, please.
Okay, yeah, I felt some release.
Yes. A place where there's a lot of human sacrifice from what I'm seeing.
Oh, I see. Was that on Earth?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, okay. Thank you for that. And my second question is, during a meditation yesterday, I felt one of the angels touched my arm, and I wanted to know who that was and if he has any messages for me.
Feels it's Archangel Michael. There's also a female angel with him also, like a girlfriend, but she's not revealing her name at this time.
Yeah, I saw her face clearly. She has red hair, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, I saw her.
But yes, their message to you is that you are, yes, well protected. You are going through, they show an army of frustration, but also this is just it's a test, but also you are releasing a lot of the third dimensional programmings as you're connecting more to the spirit world, becoming more self-aware of your time here. And your connection to Michael is obviously getting a lot stronger. As for healing, mostly at this time. That's the message at this time.
Good.
Thank you.
Okay, next up is Mary.
Hi.
Yes.
Greetings. Hey, I was just wondering if there are any messages for me.
I believe you might have connected this message before, but they say, your guides say not to hesitate to connect to your power. I am seeing tarot very powerful with you at this time for messages, for healing, but mostly messages for yourself. It does seem there's a lot of messages that have to go directly to you or privately, not in public, but I believe you will find them. But they are uplifting, but this is something you have to discover, because this is also to help you get used to your own abilities. Also, your connection to the angels is quite strong. And I see a lot of angel drama you've been through in your past. Angels don't always get along with each other from what we're seeing. And you've been around some of that. Who hasn't? But you're actually going through some of that right now. You're actually like regaining their trust, it seems. At one time you lost trust with them.
Okay.
So that's something for you to look into.
Okay. Thank you. My second question is, it seems as though for a split second, I was doing something, and then the image I saw was it was different than the next blink of an eye. I saw another image. I'm in the same place, and this is during my waking hours, and so I saw I was in the same location, but a split second before, it was just different. It was just different. I can't explain it better. It was just it was the same landscape. However, the colors were different. And then the next, when I, blinked my eye to raise my view, it went back to the normal scene, the one that I'm used to seeing. So what was that all about and why?
You're seeing another dimension. Seems to be this other dimension you are connecting to is a part of your healing. It also seems you will see this place again, maybe not in the same order, but it does seem like this place will appear to you. It's living with you right now. There is another aspect of you there at this time also. And you're combining your energies with that other aspect. So the other aspect is like letting you know, not necessarily, they have not made themselves known to you, it seems, but they are letting you know of other realities. And this is just your ability. Your third eye is opening up also. It's basically just trust the information, trust what you see, and it's up to you if you want more. Most likely more will come through. You might see a dragon in the sky, possibly. Anything is possible at this time, but it does seem like you're getting more used to it. It does seem like this is where a lot of your power lies, within this dimension, and you are getting closer to it. You're opening it up. You're becoming more comfortable with it, basically. You're seeing these other places just because that is part of your uniqueness. As for it's opening up your abilities to just basically see that there's more than what your reality is, and this is for you to share it with others also. There's much more, of course.
Yes. Yay. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Yes, blessings.
Much love.
Okay, next up is Sheena.
Greetings.
Sheena, do you want to try your audio again? We can always come back. Okay, we'll move on to Peter. And Sheena, maybe you can type your questions, okay?
Dalila, much love.
Yes.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
I guess I'm writing a lot about my fast, and I'm being very open and honest. I just is there offer any information about that I should do that, or?
Well, it depends on what honesty you want out in the open. There's nothing wrong with it. Whatever you feel comfortable with doesn't mean you have to tell the whole world about all your privacy. It's up to you. But yes, the honesty that you feel like the rest of the world will benefit from. Sometimes some things they don't need to know everything, but yes, it will. Yes, and this will build a following for you, but also many are looking for direction, and through health is one way to find it. Before they find their spiritual growth, they find their health growth first, because many are unhealthy because of much of the environment that is programmed into your world, of course, as you see. So,
thank you. Any messages from Andromedans or anyone?
Wait, yes.
Guides, anyone?
As for health is another way to connect to the soul. As for messages about health, to improve one's health, because everyone on your planet is, as you can see, going through a discomfort in some way. Not everyone, but most. To find a better way to heal better, because many are going through many ailments. So we do see within you, this is all done for a reason, obviously. We see your intuitive mind connecting more to health type of subjects. I believe from what we are seeing, you are connecting to your purpose here a little bit more. Of course, there's more, but you see it through health. It will help heal you, but also for others. This is your temple, from what we are seeing.
Yeah, a lot of people are interested in this.
But also, you are one from them. Yes, you are one from them. And it's also helped them find spirituality also, because many aren't, at least your version of it, without the religious handcuffs. That's what is one way of looking at it.
Thank you.
Yes. So yes, you see it's a great growth part of your direction. Also, we see others following in your direction also. Just because it assists others. It's like, how do we connect to humanity? I believe you found a way to do so.
Thank you.
So, yes.
Much love. Thank you. Bless you.
Okay, we can go on to Daniel.
Greetings, Dalila.
Greetings.
Greetings. Nice to see you.
Yes.
My first question is about something I noticed about something within my throat chakra. That it's like, I know how like certain alien technologies, they have you like do something as a way of like providing energy to them. But with this particular thing I noticed, it's like it prompts me to eat food even though the rest of my body is fine, doesn't need food, like as a way of gathering energy for itself. Not my body, this thing in my throat chakra. But when I connect to it, I mean, the only thing I get is like a topaz type of energy. I mean, that's all I get. I don't see it though. I was wondering if you could shed light on that.
Basically, your throat chakra getting you to eat.
Well, it's something within my throat chakra, like prompting me to like eat something, even though I don't have any hunger or appetite otherwise.
It does seem like it's coming through reptilian appetites. Basically, it's another way of, you can say, mind control what they're using. Basically, to lower your vibration. That way they can take over more of your energy field. It's just something to be aware of. I believe they will not be successful. But it does seem like they are trying to overwhelm you a little bit more from what we are seeing.
I mean, like
yes, go ahead, please. Yes, go ahead.
Just as far as like releasing this, though.
As for removing this being, well, we do not see it releasing anytime soon. That's not what we're seeing. I see it moving, but not as releasing. But you have several beings there at this time. And one in particular seems like you are releasing, the other one does not. The one that is not seems to be the one that's also hiding its energy. If that makes sense to you.
Yeah. I did feel that too. Like it was just very vague. Just
yes.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't want to be detected.
Even to me. Yeah, of course. Oh boy. But anyway, my second question also has to do with something similar that I found, but I found more information on it. Also within my throat chakra, like it's kind of like purple amethyst type of crystal. It's like an ovaltine type of shape or egg shape. I don't know. And I feel like something is like funnel or connecting through that, and through that connecting to me. I was wondering if you could tell me more about that and the entity associated with that.
Well, that connection, we do see actually Andromedan energies from what we are seeing. We do not see Palladium, do not see Andromedan energies from what we are seeing. And that is actually bringing assistance and also not necessarily a fully disconnect from this energy field that's around you that seems to be blocking your connections. But it does seem like you are getting assistance from the Galactic Federation of Light as for removing a lot of old blockages. But as soon as you remove old blockages, other ones seem to be, because you have so many different contracts, you're connected to so many different beings at this time. It does seem like you have fulfilled some of those contracts. And that's why you feel like there's a release going on. And kind of like you're rewarding yourself. Also, because of the release, but there's still a lot of tension around you. But I believe you're getting assistance from what you're saying.
Okay, so that really thick, dense, I don't want to say dense, but that thicker energy that I feel coming through that crystal is more like an assistance. Yeah.
We see it more as an assistance. There's also a lot of insectoid energies around you, and they seem to be quite humorous. Maybe not in the right way, but
I mean, well, yeah, as far as, yeah, I have felt them around a lot, like, but as
Yes.
far as what they're doing, like, I do see some of them assisting me, but I don't know if any of them are actually harming me in any way.
No, but I see them playing cards, something like that. At least that's what they have a humorous side of them.
Yeah, definitely. Blessings to you. Thank you for answering my questions.
Okay, we'll move on to Daria.
Hello there, Delilah.
Greetings.
Long
Yes.
away from home, I feel sometimes.
Yes.
And I will first ask for Amy, which is in the chat. She can't connect to the chat tonight. And she asked if you have any significant for her. Any messages?
Any messages? Yes. 1 moment. Well, yes, we do see her releasing a lot of low vibrational Palladian energies. I'm seeing a wave going through her at this time. Relationships that she's had in this dimension, she's releasing much of it. And she's going to not necessarily think clearly for a while because of this release process, what we're seeing. So if she feels like she's disconnected, there's much reason behind it, of course.
That's nice. Blessings. And her second question, or message, she would also like to dig in maybe a funny pocket that she has. Does she do any funny, or do you have any funny stories about her?
Well, I see her around a lot of clowns. The positive clowns, like a clown world, but positive. Some of the negative here is actually from a reptilian. You can say some archon, but mostly reptilian. You take a peaceful, pleasant clown and make it dark, so they get a humor out of that. But either way, I do see her around positive clowns. I'm not sure how she feels about clowns in this dimension, but also painting like canines and felines and other beings also. You see a lot of that.
Cool.
Yes.
That's a cool image.
Yes.
Anyways, and then the question goes to me. Do you have anything for me from you?
One moment. Well, yes, at this time we see a Palladian, a guardian around you at this time. A male guardian. You might see him in astral. He is very serious. He's keeping you out of trouble, but also he is letting you do whatever you want also, but he is at least giving you, indication maybe you should not be doing that, but he's still letting you do whatever you want. Of course, it's not necessarily like a guy. He's just a guardian. He doesn't say he's a guide. He's not giving much detail at this time. Well, yes, I do have a name. Yes, this is a strange one. Canazarus? Something like that. However you want to word that. He used to be a Roman god, he says. At least he thought he was one, at least. So he's connected to the Roman gods. That's all he's going to go into. Zeus, he seems to be very connected to. This is what he says.
Okay, that's nice. Nice astral play out.
Yes.
So I will connect to that. Thank you so much. And my second question: do you have anything funny from Andromeda to me? From my funny pocket.
Well, I'm not sure if this is funny, but it might be. I do see a lot of marbles around you, and you would like show it to somebody. It's like, see this. This is your home world, and don't piss me off. I'll crush it, something like that. So I'm seeing that around you. I believe it was mostly a joke, but I'm seeing a lot of that. Marbles, you just sometimes
And
you put
they
a person
are
inside
afraid,
of one.
of course. Yeah,
Yes.
I do see that too. And then like 100 marbles around them, then have to find their own world. And
Yes.
yeah. So yeah, who wants to play marble with Daria then?
Yes, I see somebody is encased in a giant marble, but one that cannot get out of one either.
Cool.
Yes.
I wonder why can't I just use this stuff here in this third density?
Yes.
Would be so fun. But
Yes.
anyway,
Eventually.
thank you. Yes.
Yes. Blessings.
Yes. Blessings and much love. Bye.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to move on to Sheena, and she sent her questions in, and they are translated, so it's a little bit broken. So many years ago, I suddenly wrote Shogun on a piece of paper. I've had astral travels that have repeated several times. They've stopped now, but I saw a terrible sight of Asians lying on the ground, and they were beheaded. Is one of my life a shogun? And what is so mysterious with shogun? Is there something about them that I don't know?
Only yes, they have a lot of secret society energies around them, so there's not going to be much known about them. What is known about them is still watered down. So it's part of from what we are seeing, a secret society, actually from lower vibrational Pleiadians, and they abuse Arcturian energies quite a bit for mind control and other devices. They also had technologies within their group. I don't believe they made it public that much, but I do see some advanced technologies that humanity was unaware of. So yes, you were definitely in this society at one time, yes. And you're still healing from it. Yes, you might have dreams of clearing because you're going through it at this time from what we were seeing.
Okay, second question for Sheena. Are there any messages to me from the seraphims about what I'm doing in astral right now? I'm one of them, so if they have a message for me.
Well, with them, it shows that you are removing wings and adding them to certain angels. You're like a guardian to them. You've gotten to a place where you can, not necessarily, I want to call it punish, but some are downgraded because of their wrong, the things that they are not behaving well. They're not behaving well, let's put it that way. And so those that are behaving well are assisted, and those that are not are punished in some ways. Not like the punishment you do on this planet, but they have their wings removed for a reason, so they cannot connect to humanity. There are certain attributes can happen to a angel where they are allowed to connect to this earth dimension, and some can only see outside. So I believe you can connect to that. It's like some only can watch, they cannot assist until they have proven themselves. And those that have proven themselves and then not proven themselves, or they failed in their mission, they have to be removed. Happens all the time, and you're much involved with that. You don't have to worry about anyone removing your wings. You're fine. So, blessings.
Okay, next up is Emmy. I actually don't see her in here, and I don't have her questions, so we'll move on to Kingsley. And I have Kingsley's questions here. Do I have any messages?
Yes, your guides say to rest, but also to concentrate on your schoolwork. I believe you're already doing this, but it seems, I don't believe school is even in session now, but either way, they say that there's a concentration is much needed more this year than previous, and it will help your efforts. I believe you're in school. I'm not getting a clear indication of that, but I believe so. And they're just showing school, and there's some pressure there that needs to be addressed, and don't take your eye off the needle, basically. Blessings.
Okay, Kingsley's second question. Which being has the closest connection with me?
Well, I see two, Pleiadians and Yeshua at this time. They do take different, it's like schedules with you. So it's like the Pleiadians kind of work with you pretty heavily in a nice way, of course, but then Yeshua kind of smooths things out from what I'm seeing. Blessings.
Thank you so much, and we'll move on to Amran.
Hello, Delilah.
Greetings.
I wanted to know what my job or what my jobs are in astral, because they tell me often that I'm not allowed to know really sometimes what I'm doing there. Could you maybe tell me what these jobs it is I'm doing there that I'm not allowed to know?
Well, one is communicator. Is the strongest energy for. One moment. As for exactly of that, one moment. They're just saying communicator of. It's basically, from what we're gathering, you receive a telepathic message and you go to beings and relay this message. I believe you go to them physically. So you receive the message through telepathy or through technology, mostly telepathy, and you go to those beings because they much rather hear it in person, and it is information. It's not to be broadcasted. Of course, when you receive it, it seems to be well protected. That is what we're receiving. Also, you have a lot of humanitarian energies around you. Without going into detail like this, I see children basically as they're being born. You have a healing protection around them. That's all I'm hearing.
All right, that's funny. Yeah. Well, Archangel Michael told me today that I am important for them, like I was some kind of importance for them. What did he mean with that?
Only thing what we are seeing here is a protector of significant beings, watching over them, but it's much more than that. But you are not seen usually. It could be beings on this planet. We're not getting indication to say you are a protector, and normally you're not seen. So that individual is not aware. They are aware in astral, but usually secretively. It could be presidents. I am feeling some of that on this planet. Public figures that are of a great importance. That is what I'm seeing at this time.
Okay, so that's what he meant when he said that I was important for them.
Yes, because I see you always.
All right. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Okay, Lucy.
Greetings.
Hello, how are you?
Always doing well, thank you.
Good. I had a couple of questions. I've been using this thing I just called the Chamber of Light Healing and asking Metatron to take me there and bring me back and grounding myself. And then I have a friend who's a healer and I told her about it. What I did was draw a picture of what I thought it would look like because I'm not good at meditating. So I draw pictures of my meditations. And I just wondered, when I actually found a channeler who channeled Metatron about that. And I didn't do everything exactly right, but I felt like I was in this whirling rainbows of colors. And is there anything I need to add to? Do I have to do it exactly right, or did what I do work just fine?
You're putting the intentions out.
Yes.
You're connecting to his energies. So I believe you are connecting to the correct method because you are connecting to Metatron directly.
Yes.
Instead of just the energy of Metatron, you're connecting him directly. So you're not always aware of what you're doing also. So I believe you're connecting correctly from what we're seeing. But you're only adding what you need at this time. I believe with his connection, you can become like 20 years old if you want, but I don't believe
that was my goal.
Yes, so I believe it will find its way gradually with you, slowly.
Okay. And how about? Well, I was going to ask something silly. Are you a dog?
Canine, yes. Yes.
I have a guy named Delilah who never says anything. And I've never known anyone named Delilah. And I came to this group because after grieving her death, her name wasn't Delilah. Her name was Fuzzy Face. Well, it was really Juicy, like AC Juicy, because I like to. But I don't suppose you're my guide, are you?
No, I just conveniently have the same name. That's all.
Oh, can you connect with
Yes.
her?
Well, this guide seems that. Well, she feels like you don't. She connects to your other guides, and you do receive her messages. So, like too many cooks in the kitchen might be a little bit too much for you.
Right.
She is connecting to you through the guides that you're connecting to at this time. I believe mostly angels at this time you're connecting to.
Basically, and fairies, but I always thought she was an angel because my owl delivered her when she was just tiny, and her eyes are pure gold with white eyelashes, and it was just. Can dogs be angels?
Yes, of course. Yes.
And guardian angels too?
Yes, of course.
Oh.
And alien, yes. Feline angels, yes, all types. Insectoid angels, those are real popular.
Well,
yes.
Yes. All my animals have come back to me, but her. And so.
You just have not seen her. She is around you.
No, I mean physically, like the same cat over and over, and same wolf, and it just. I mean, the other animals know, so.
Yes.
I'm just waiting. I think I've been putting too much effort in trying to manifest. I need to let go.
Yes, do what you must.
I'll see
do
her
what's right
again.
for you, of course.
And thank you, and I love your name.
Yes. Blessings.
Blessings to you.
Okay, next up is Liz.
Greetings, Liz.
Hello.
Yes.
Well, I would like to know about my connections with Andromeda.
One moment. A lot of yes is of alien visitation, such as first contact with other worlds, mostly space travel. I would say you're part of the military, but our military is not really called that, but for your third dimension, it's military, but it is of friendliness, though, an openness, basically, without the secrets.
I see. It's within the Ashtar command type of thing, or
Same thing, yes, but with the Andromedans, yes.
with the Andromeda. Okay.
You made many first contact connections, or contactee as you call it on your planet. You contacted many humans in this Earth pass. Sometimes they call you an angel because they didn't really see who you were, but you were mostly alien.
Okay. And could you connect with the Ashtar?
Yes.
And give us an update about what's going on in our government with North Korea?
Yes, your North Korea is, yes. It's, I believe, yes, the shadow government system is ready to kick him out. They are, as you see, they are preparing for it. They have been preparing for some time, and I believe they have cut some funding from him also, from what we are seeing, so it is causing some disarray around him. He is not always aware where it's coming from, but but it does seem like he is being, at this time you call him being suffocated from his position, is what I'm getting. So it's hard to say exactly what's going to happen. There's so many different timelines, but it does not seem like he's going to be in power for much longer. They are building up to his removal. We're seeing similar to your Osama bin Laden, but of course this one's a lot more public, and he is very much alive, as you see, and not manufactured. Then again, this is manufactured also in some ways.
Okay.
That is the message at this time.
Thank you.
Okay, Stephen.
Hello, Dalila.
Yes, greetings.
Greetings. Much love. I was wondering if you could help me with the dream I had last night. I was basically seemed like I was fighting off the reptilians. What I remember is that I was there's like, it might have been a portal, I don't know, but it was like a deep well, a big old well at the bottom. There's maybe, I think there's some water, and there's like smaller reptilians there, and there's other people that were firing like a plasma like gun or weapon that looked like a bamboo, a cylinder type of weapon that was firing a ball of plasma, white plasma. And then there's also another larger area with larger reptilians, crocodile like, and they were, and I was over there fighting them off, firing the same weapon. And then I remember that we were sitting, there's this couple people that are sitting down next to the bigger reptilians, and this big huge one came up, and it sat on this dude's chest. And this one dude says, he's like, literally, you have your life in his hands. And the guy said, like my life even matters. And I didn't understand why he said that. But then all of a sudden I remember being in a poker room playing, and I had 10-8, and I showed it to somebody, and I flopped this a trip 10s, and I beat this one dude. And then that's basically what all I remember mainly of the dream. If you could help me with some of this. Thank you.
One moment. It does seem like you were going through an astral travel, basically. It does seem like with these reptilians, you are making peace treaties with them. And of course, you're not seeing it completely clearly, but it does seem like you are making peace with them. There is some ruckus because you're seeing the past. I believe it's mostly an astral dream from what we are picking up on. But it does seem like what it is, from what we are seeing, you said something to them, and it kind of made some of them feel uncomfortable. Basically, you're making peace with them, and some of them's like, I don't think so. So, and the poker thing that you were seeing of the game is just another way for you to make peace with them. It's like, come on, let's just get together and just cool things off, and just, not take this so seriously. Because some of them are still going through their dark, and you are actually releasing a lot of darkness from some of them. It's like, no matter what you guys do, you're going to be on their side, no matter what kind of negativity that happens. Because you want, to make peace with them. So you're just letting a lot of negativity out. Let's just see. That's what we were seeing at this time.
Yeah, I kind of feel like that at the end. I don't know what that firing of them little plasma gun was, but I don't know. But definitely, I definitely want to make peace and move on, definitely. All right, thank you. And second question is, do I have any messages for my galactic family, or in general from anybody at this time? Thank you.
Well, yes, your guides want to know you have many canine incarnations at this time on other worlds. You're actually a canine comedian on other realities. You might not be seeing that one right here, but I do show you as a canine comedian. I believe it is in Sirius. It's an Earth-like world. It is very similar to this one in some ways. You have transportation similar to yours. And it seems like it's kind of like you are not necessarily like a Eddie Murphy, but something like it, of the canine race. I do see you like a dark colored canine. So, but you're having a blast from what you're seeing. You do have a lot of vices. I see a lot of that. But you are having quite a good time from what you're seeing. It's quite nice.
Was at that time I saw like I was a dark gray canine standing on like a hill. I remember seeing a vision of that one time.
Yes.
Yeah, because I bark and stuff at the dogs and stuff all the time, try to with.
Yeah, well, that character is also very poetic too. So I believe that's the poetic side of that one. It has a lot of a kind of not necessarily a dark side, but a side of him that is kind of raunchy in some ways, but also a poet. It all has a reason behind it. So that makes sense.
Sweet, thank you.
Blessings.
Okay, Michelle.
Greetings. Much love to you.
Yes.
I have been using muscle testing for the last few months for inner guidance because it's my understanding that the body knows. And so when I was leaving the situation of taking care of my friend, I muscle tested, should I go do this or this? And so I went with the answers that I got, and I ended up in a deluge with tree branches falling and a hailstorm and accidents and traffic and all manner of nonsense. And because my life just like completely did a 180, and now I'm back in Virginia and I feel really discombobulated. I feel like my muscle testing is lying to me.
Well,
I don't know if that's accurate. Can it?
Only thing what we are connecting to that is that situation you went through is basically it's like all that chaos you went through is that you're just you went through it there, and now you know. Basically, I believe it's part of just trust your instincts. Basically, is what it's saying. But all that happened for a reason. It's like this is the state of mind I'm in, kind of. You can say all those things that happen, but also like I don't want those things to happen anymore. So it's kind of like you can say like a test. It's like now you see it, and now you can just release from. Basically, it's showing that you're releasing from the past. Basically, it's from what we are seeing. It's like all these things from the past, you're not going to make those same mistakes. And that muscle testing is kind of the same thing. It's like I don't need to listen to this. It's like I've learned from that test also, if that makes sense.
Okay. I'm really conflicted and confused about what steps to take next. So either from my guides or from my angels or God or whoever has the best, most pertinent information for me in my life at this time.
Well,
would be much appreciated.
What they say now is to take it easy. Don't hold these troubles against yourself. Just don't let it affect you. Of course, it's going to a certain degree, which is fine, but don't let it overwhelm your judgment, basically. So sometimes you hold these things against yourself. It's quite normal. But what they are saying is just give yourself a few days off and to go to the easiest decision, basically the most obvious decision, and the one that's the less work that is involved with it, is what they're saying, if that makes sense. Just basically, it seems like to stay where you are and just make things work out, if that makes sense.
That is totally opposite from what I was getting a little while ago.
Yes.
So I am in Virginia, and I'm supposed to stay in Virginia then?
Well, that's up to you. You don't have to. Just what feels right, basically.
Alrighty then. Thank you very much.
Okay, next up is Maz, and I have his questions here. I would like to know about my galactic connection with my parents.
From what we are seeing, it is mostly Arcturian. Arcturian councils. We're also seeing a horse species within that, so you were connected to the wildlife here, of course, but definitely the horse energies. As you did branch off from the Arcturians to go into mostly, we are seeing Yael, and then Palladian, and then Syrian. So not all your family members involved with that kind of switch, but you were with, I believe your brother and sisters kind of followed you in that. Also seeing with your, if you have brothers and sisters, I'm not sure if you do or not, but we are seeing that in your Martian connection. If you would have any brothers and sisters, but either way, if it's not this life, it's another one. Blessings.
Okay, Maz would also like to know if there's any other messages.
Yes, there's a female guide around you. She calls herself Melina. Is a female guide for communication, but also for healing. You can connect this guide to your meditations, or for your whatever connections that feels right to you. It's also a guide of guidance. Basically, just follow your intuition. She is bringing much assistance. You might see her also. We're seeing golden hair, but she does white golden hair. Blessings.
Okay, Delilah, thank you so much. That's it for the evening.
Thank you. Thank you. Much love to you all. We'll connect again sometime. Okay.
Michelle will do a blessing.
Thank you.
Neataya shukaya tatutuma tege atatu shakanaya tatea satatanaya takuhum eatu shakaya to anane takosata ene meatuku shananane te seana ayatu tu kakahinanaya emanane te se ayatu tu shatanane ketadata. Namaste.
And that's it.
Okay. All right. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, Ivan. Thank you, Stacy.
Everybody.